Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to America's Third Party. This is the fun Friday that we all love to do and engage with you, 6 to 9. I just want you to know that America's Third Party does not do work for corporations.
Right, exactly. I mean,
Right.
I like certain products, and on a personal note, I may endorse products, but that's my personal issue. It has nothing to do with my campaign. Like I say, I keep my occupation and my vocation very separate. My one thing is and especially my political aspirations are also separate than either of those other things. So yes, America's Third Party does not endorse corporations, and all of the donations to America's Third Party go into a separate, segregated bank account. They are not intermingled with any other funding.
Right, and we are 100% FEC compliant. Our quarterly reports go out, and anytime donations come in, it goes strictly to party activities, ultimately promoting us with our cable TV campaign of 2015, which is coming up. We hope to get out there on the ballot in Iowa with a cable TV campaign in Iowa specifically, and then New Hampshire. And we're going to be running around a couple $1,000s initially, but we'd love to have more donations to get that money up, because we're going to need, for $5 a spot, it basically costs to do a cable TV spot.
Exactly. I mean, they could donate as little as $5.
Right.
Or if you want proof that we submit everything to the FEC, get your name on the FEC's website, and I'll tell you how. I will submit your information to the FEC, your address. You can have a PO box so people won't, find out where you live specifically. Go
Right.
get a PO box, and then donate $50 or more. You could donate up to $5,000. Send me your name, address, employer, and occupation, and I will submit that to the FEC. The next submission deadline is the end of September. So if you want to see that I really do submit your data, donate $50, more than $50 between now and the end of September, and shortly after September, somewhere around the end of October. You can see that information for yourself at fec.gov. You can go into their database, search for David John Sponheim, and you can see your own information, your donation being tracked real time for all to see.
Now, because we've got an overtaking NSA watching everything we do, I want all of you to know that they are testing us. They have embedded the NSA in all levels into our social networking apparatus, and I must alert you that Facebook is contaminated and is being watched by the government. Hang on.
Do you have a Facebook?
Hang on.
Have you thought about the privacy?
By the way, donations from corporations and foreign nationals is prohibited. So, like I said, we don't take money from corporations, but only U.S. citizens.
Exactly. And the fact is, we are trying to keep this in your hands. The people of America can have a party. We're not trying to in any way profit at all from anything we do. The party is yours if you want it. So get involved. Tell everybody you can about a third party. It's the only way we're going to get accountability in government, because the two parties right now are not stopping this intrusion on our privacy by the NSA. They both parties endorse the NSA's activities right now, and that's strictly, completely against the rights of the American people.
By the way, some people said, have you created a mechanism for anonymous donations, David? Well, the FEC requires us to submit information on anyone making donations over $50, but you could donate up to $49.99 and remain anonymous. So $49.99.
Yep.
You can donate that right through our PayPal, americasthirdparty@gmail.com, and I won't have to submit your name or your address to the FEC. But that that amount of money can make a huge difference.
Yes.
You were saying
The cable TV
$5 a
spots.
spot?
$5 a spot.
That could be what, 10 different TV spots?
Well, at least, yeah, 10
Something
spots
like
we
that?
could buy for $49.99. We can make deals too, because I buy these spots in bulk on cable TV networks like you and I watch, USA, TNT, TBS, all these networks that are offered up all across the nation, and we can focus right on like a laser beam onto Iowa to get into the ballot and ultimately onto the mainstream media in the 2016 election. I was going to say, that if our nation continues to allow the NSA to watch over our daily activities, and Google too has received a lot of income from companies that are shell companies for the CIA, like In-Q-Tel.
Exactly. That's what's really propping up these major companies is this government's money.
Right.
And by the way, someone asked, I hope you broadcast tomorrow. I think this is a perfect time to introduce the fact that David John Sponheim does now do a Saturday show. It's a 6 to 9 show.
Right.
So 6 to 9.
Exactly.
And
enjoy every
can enjoy
single
it.
night now, including Saturdays, because our anti-war rally is going on. We are taking on the two-party system, which is essentially starting wars. Both parties seem to want to start a war in Syria, and we as Americans need to unite behind the anti-war message, because if we don't, we're going to end up seeing our young men and women who are in the military getting put into harm's way and ultimately solve nothing. We've lost the engagements that we're involved in all around the world in terms of never really having a win-win formula. And I doubt they're going to have a win-win formula in Syria. In fact, it looks to me like if the UN gets involved, it's going to be dicey carrying chemical weapons through a dangerous civil war activity, which I think it's just like a recipe for disaster. I almost think that Obama and Kerry are engineering this entire thing for failure. It seems that way.
You feel like they want our country to fall apart?
Yes, it seems like they want us to start a war because their military advisors are connected to big corporations that want us to spend money and create sales for them for Tomahawk missiles and cruise missiles. I mean, they literally make money on things that kill people, folks. And if you're like me and you believe that war is obsolete, that we can stop this virtual World War III scenario that Obama is seemingly starting, you must get behind a third party. There's no other way at this point. And if you want to make a serious donation to America's Third Party, that always helps. But we're not here just to ask for donations every night. We hardly even ask for donations, frankly.
But the thing is, we realize that some of you don't have any money, especially because this is some very tough economic
Yeah, we're in
times.
bad shape economically.
I mean, some people, we haven't seen this type of economic situation in nearly a century. So one thing that we ask is, if you can't give money, maybe you can give your time. We appreciate you coming and spending 2 to 3 hours a night with us. We really,
Yes,
really
thank you.
do. If you could take 1 hour as well in addition to that, or at simultaneously to that, and open up a different browser and start going in and posting, hey, check out David John Sponheim for president. You can find out more about him at americasthirdparty.com. He is the person we need to lead our nation, and do that on any kind of news article or Facebook, Twitter.
Right.
Spread the word. If you do that an hour a day, that would really be beneficial.
Yeah. We need all the help we can get, and word of mouth is one way to bypass the powers of the elitists. They can't control word of mouth advertising. It's the most powerful form of advertising. And the second most powerful is now the internet. And we definitely have a place on the internet. We have been told that we are the 8th most influential group in America in politics on the internet, which is very interesting considering we haven't spent any money doing it. We haven't bought our way into the mainstream media. We're literally working like a grassroots operation, like it's supposed to be in politics, like the system was designed to do, to create a grassroots movement and start slow and grow, and using the internet to go viral. And believe me, we're up against a lot. Remember, the cyber hawks of the US government are controlling every single data stream, and they won't let people in like us. They can control the number of hits we get on YouTube. They can say that one of my videos has 100 hits or 200 hits when it probably has 2,000 or 200,000.
Yeah, it all depends. I mean, they can lock that number down.
They can lock that number down, yeah.
I just uploaded a video, and even though I've watched it once, it says it doesn't have any views.
Right, there
So,
you go.
I mean, they can definitely do something like that, I suppose.
Yes, or
Now,
make a poster, right, Sunstar?
Yeah, make your own poster. If you have a color printer, we have flyers available on our website,
Right.
americasthirdparty.com/flyers. You can print those out and start posting them around, put them under windshield wipers, things like that.
All right, everybody, I will play a little bit of this Facebook video for all of you to see because it's very informative. Take a look.
Privacy put at risk.
Stay safe.
Facebook allows users to post their favorite music, books, movies, their address, hometown, phone number, email, clubs, jobs, educational history, birth dates, sexual orientation, interests, daily schedules, exactly how they are related to friends, upload pictures of themselves, and even political affiliations. Its privacy policy even goes so far as to state it also collects information about you from other sources, such as newspapers and instant messaging services. This information is gathered regardless of your use of the website. Think that's scary? The Facebook's term of service states, by posting member content to any part of the website, you automatically grant and represent and warrant that you have the right to grant to Facebook an irrevocable, perpetual, non-exclusive, transferable, fully paid, worldwide license with the right to sub-license to use, copy, perform, display, reformat, translate, excerpt, in whole or in part, and distribute such information and content, and to prepare derivative works of, or incorporate into other works, such information and content.
Wow, I'm so glad I didn't read that myself. Can you imagine? I mean, nobody reads these things, so we're all subject to a constant control and oversight by the NSA, and now that they've openly stated it, they are testing us. They are taking us to the limit of our abilities to handle being watched. And they're wondering, will the American people ever do anything to stop this? And really, we are perhaps the only litmus test out there for us to do something. Now, clearly, I don't see any other groups stopping this activity in the two-party system. I don't see anyone standing up to the drones, like the commercial drones. Even Rand Paul is supporting commercial drones flying over our head. The idea of a drone that could watch you doing your private things in your house. I mean, that's possible with something Rand Paul would support, a commercial drone system. 30,000 of these drones are going to be flying over our head by 2020. Now here's a drone that landed in Tehran. That's how completely out of control this thing is getting. Lockheed made this drone. It's about 8 years old, and they couldn't even control its default computer system, and it was hijacked using some sort of beam technology by the Iranians. And Obama wants to start a war with these people? I mean, seriously. I think we need to rethink what we're doing over there. This is no time to start wars. All right, everybody, thank you for coming in, and please join us on our anti-war rally tomorrow night, 6 to 9. Appreciate it. And also tweet @ThirdParty. Thanks.